Good evening, this is your psychic LG reporting for the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, Mystery, Franco. How you doing? You've had a hectic week. I think we all have, haven't we? It's been quite a strange one. Oh, thank you. Hello there, Franco. How are you doing? Rainbow Bright. Mystery. Excuse me. Let's get my cup of tea. Cheers. That's good. That's good that you're well, actually. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you all are around the world. We are going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass. She's been charging in the garden all day. It's been rather cold over here in the north of the UK. But you know us lot, we are all Viking northern blood, so we're just used to the cold. How are you all doing? Crazy times we're living in, isn't that right, Mrs. Luciana? Luciani, am I pronouncing that right? Biker girl. I'm okay. I'll give you an update on my health, actually. Been struggling a little bit, but I've got 4 more immunotherapies to go. Yay! But I'm getting tired with it. I am getting tired with it. But my bloods are fine. I'm cancer free. Yay! I just needed to finish this course of this immunotherapy. But it's just been a tough journey, you know, guys. And I look back on last year and I'm thinking, God, how did I do it? How did I do it? But I'm just grateful every day that I am where I am now. Because some people aren't so lucky. And I'm going to talk about that tonight. Wait for you all to come on. Oh, hand pink waving. That's nice. Oh, thank you. It still worries us. I mean, I don't smoke, I don't drink. In fact, I live like a bloody nun, but never mind. But, yeah, I just think that you can only do your best, can't you? Thank you, Marina. How you doing, pet? How you doing? And I must apologise, last week I wasn't feeling too good. Plus I had a load of hospital appointments and doctor's appointments and the vets. I'll talk about that one, that's interesting. And I just needed to get to bed, but I felt emotional. Little did I know that why I was feeling emotional was because my good friend had passed away. And she passed away on the Saturday night, early hours of the Sunday morning. And that's why I was feeling possibly as well. Plus, I don't think the full moon helped. Yeah. So I just want to dedicate this to Karen Clemson, my beautiful friend. God rest her soul. I'll show you a picture of her in a minute. She's a beautiful lady inside and out. She lost her battle to cancer. And, oh, God. I'm not going to start crying because I don't want my makeup to run. But she was a damn good friend. She wasn't somebody that I seen all the time, but you know, when you just know they're at the end of the phone. She was a rock, an absolute rock. And she always took time to ask how I was, even though she was going through it as well. Yeah, so I want to send my thoughts go out to our boys. They're beautiful. She's got 4 boys. Sean, David, Sam. Oh my God, sorry. Sean, David, Sam. Oh my God. All our 4 boys. I'm going to get the names up properly for you because it's important. There's not a day goes by and I'm still in shock thinking about it. It's okay. I know she's out of her pain now. I know that she's rested. She was a warrior. If anybody who knew Karen, they would know what I mean. I'm just going to get out of this. I should have come more prepared. Come on. You made 2 minutes. My little friend. I've got to get the picture up for you anyway. My beautiful little friend. There she is. I talked about her about a year ago. I don't know if you just remember. It might have been on Twitch. It might not have been on YouTube. And I talked about that she got diagnosed with kidney cancer. And they took her kidney out. Can you remember? I don't know if anybody remembers that. There's little Karen. Beautiful girl. And they got rid of it and it came back into her liver. God bless her. But anyway, she's at peace now. That is Karen. That is who she was. That the laugh. Oh my goodness, guys. If anybody knew her laugh was infectious. She could light up the room. What was that boy's called? Of course, one of them's not. Liam, Sean, David and Sam. 4 beautiful boys. And I'm sending thoughts out to our family and our friends and our sisters as well, and our beautiful boys and our grandchildren. She had quite a few grandchildren with having 4 boys. May as well see them. She was a nana to Poppy, Alice, Ava, Freddie, Benjamin and little Benjamin. Carolyn was much loved and would be sadly missed by all her family and friends. And yeah, there's nothing more you can really say on the matter. That we've got memories locked in my heart, and I want to talk about that tonight. I think through these crazy times on earth, what we're going through, there's so many people also suffering with grief. And it's quite scary times as well, isn't it? And I don't know about you guys, but people who are in my age group, I'm in my 50s, heading towards 60. And of course, I've still got my parents, and I think, oh my God, you know what I mean? And it's like you think, you feel sometimes like you're running down that corridor and it's like death's behind you, chasing you. And you're thinking, oh my God, who's going to be next? Do you feel like that sometimes? Do you feel like it's like you have to like learn to live in the here and the now, don't you? You have to live in the present and just be grateful. Be very grateful for what we have, and cherish them memories. Absolutely. It's like when my daughter-in-law dropped us off tonight, my little granddaughter, she hung her head out of the window and she's got this squeaky little voice and she went, I love you, Grandma. You're the best grandma in the world. And it sort of echoed over the hill. And I thought, oh, my baby, I can hear my baby. And I was like running up, it was quite stormy. And I could hear her with her little head out the window and she's going, I love you, Grandma. You're the best grandma in the world. And it's like times like that, you can never get back. They're just the cherished memories. Cherished. And I know Karen lived for her grandchildren. And I just think that that's what we have to do. We just have to live. And my animals as well, they play a big part. Not everybody has children and grandchildren. I get that. But your animals can, be like your children. It's a similar love. And I've also lost a few dear clients as well. I've watched them go over the last few weeks. It's quite a worrying time. And of course, as you know, people who've been following us a while knew that I lost my brother a few years back, and he was only in his 50s as well. He was early 50s, Paul. And it just changes you. I think when you lose somebody really close, it changes you. Or if you've had like a scare with your health, it changes you. So yeah, I'm still a stress head. I still get hyper because that's me, Hyper Mary. Talking about Hyper Mary, I passed the bloody ADHD test online. I did, and I don't know if it was true or not, but I think I'm ADHD, guys. I'm very hyper. But anyway, I've got that many. I've got about 4 or 5 unfinished projects ready to go out on YouTube. I'll start something, and I think that's one of the biggest signs of being ADHD, and then I'll not finish it. And I think, you know what I mean? There's that, and I've got that. And I'm very scatterbrained. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and but being a medium, we're not immune to grief. And I've had quite a few people through my door over the last couple of weeks who have been dealing with a lot of grief, local people. And I've had some unreal mediumship what's come through, because I'm not the work, I'm just the telephone link. It's the spirits what bring it through, and they give the answers, they give the messages. So it's your loved ones what's doing the work. Are you ADHD, Dolphin Smile? I think it's quite popular, isn't it? So yeah, I just think that that's where we're all at the minute. You know, we're just needing to heal ourselves. But it's hard sometimes when you're in a job, being a medium. But I tell you what, it's also very rewarding. It's the best job. Never mind bringing through what you say politically or what's going on in telling the world. That's nothing for when you get somebody privately in this room, or I'll do them online as well, and you've got somebody sitting in front of you who's needing that message, and they get that message from that loved one. It's worth more than £1 million, right? To see the look on their face, and you get a tingling. Any medium will tell you this. You get a tingling when you know you got it right, and because you're actually pleasing not just the person in front of you, you're also pleasing the person behind you on the other side, and then you feel the connection of being all at one. It's the most weirdest experience. I should write a book about it, shouldn't I? And it's being that person in between the wall, because I'm just a girl what talks to the wall, but I'm also in between the wall. If you can imagine, there's a wall, and then there's the other side, and then there's the earth plane, and I'm in between that wall of the different dimensions, passing backwards and forwards the messages. So you're not just helping the person on earth, you're also helping the person on the other side. Turn up my mic. Is it okay? Can't turn it up. I need to get a new mic. Hello, can you hear us okay? Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us okay. Yeah? Try coming out and coming back in again. I'll turn it right up. But yeah, so I think that that's where I've been at over the last few weeks. So I've been helping a lot of people on either side. And it's not just been old people what's been passing over, it's been a lot of young people. I've noticed that as well. There's a lot of people exiting at the minute, and I don't know why. But anyway, maybe it's the time of year. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on. Have you heard of this, guys? Mind you, I think a lot of mediums and clairvoyants would do experience a lot of high death rate between the December and the February. It seems to be that strange dark time when these things happen. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jeanette. I'm so sorry. People are dropping like flies at the minute, aren't they? So yeah, and I just think that it's I feel as well, I've had a lot of time glitches. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that there's been strange things happening because I'm online a lot, and I tend to try and have a break. Like, I'll get up in the morning, I'll have my breakfast, I'll do what I need to do, and then I'll go online. Okay, I'll go online, I'll check my emails, check the diary for the day type of thing. and then I'll make sure that I have some lunch before I come back on in the afternoon if I've got to do them online, because if not, I get a headache. It's that the energy coming off the computer, whatever you want to call it. But I also think that we really are feeling it at the moment. We really are. I forgot what I was going to say there. I do that all the time. That was it. Time glitches. So with us dealing online, I might go onto my email and I'll be emailing somebody and I'm thinking, I've just emailed that person and why is it saying 2009? So I'll check it. And I had sent the bloody email and I went back and I went, so you go into your sent box, it's not there. Come back out and I felt all weird. Went put the kettle on, come back, and it was back to normal again. But everything was set on my computer. It had started to flip, like numbers started to flip. Everything was going to like 2009. Then I went to 1999 and I thought, what the hell is going on? I wasn't even on the computer in 1999. Yeah, radiation coming off. Well, I've got the shungite. If you are on the computer a lot like me, use your shungite. Put it by the computer. It always helps. So yeah, there's been a lot of people who've said that they've had time glitches. Have you been experiencing that? Margaret Hughes, one night I was awake all night. It was horrible. Isn't it weird? Have you been waking up at strange times as well? Because I think when we start to spiritually ascend in our higher selves, we will know more what's going on than our conscious minds. I think that we start to come out of the linear clock and it really does affect where the planets can not help either, but yeah, it can affect where sleep pattern, should I say. A lot of people wake up at 3 a.m, don't they? But something really weird is going on at the minute. So I'm going to look into that tonight. But yeah, I've had a lot of time glitches. I've had time to reflect, take a step back. Been getting some really crazy flashes and I've just gone with them. I did write them down. I don't know where they are. It was all to do with Trump and that Netanyahu and everything what's going to happen in the Middle East. I was getting all sorts of weird stuff. And I thought, right, I'm just going to go in blank canvas tonight and I'm going to see what the ball says, right? But what I was getting through the week was it's about to kick off over in the Middle East. Like, it's going to get really, really nasty. And Putin's going to turn on Trump and all this weird stuff, you know. It's, you know, how, like, I want to say the trumpets or the trumps, you know, him, he's got Putin on a bloody pedestal. It's all about to take a big spin. The whole damn lot's about to take a big spin. But I just think both sides of it's horrible, and then it's all kicking off over in the UK. I mean, you know, the poor, like, Jews and that in London, you know, it's unsafe for them to walk through the streets. That's how bad it's getting, you know. And I think the hatred is so bad with the Senate, you know, against Jews and that. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And the divide is horrible. And I think that I'm going to look in to see what's going on. I'm going to get my cards as well. Actually, I might use the cat tarot. Lovely friend who I haven't spoken to her for a while. I hope she's okay. She sent us these. Mystical Cat Tarot by Mickey Muller. But before we start, I'm just reading some of your comments here. You have that deck, Stooge. But on a lighter note, I'm feeling okay. I get tired very easily. My doctors took us, I was off, you know how you got to take a tablet for 5 years when you've had breast cancer. And they kept switching, chopping and changing because I couldn't take this one. I couldn't take tamoxifen. I couldn't even walk with that. Excuse me. Put us on letrozole. And it was so awful. So because I had these pains on my legs, she said she's not worried at all because I'm not losing weight. If in fact I'm putting weight on. So she said, I'm going to take you off the tablets. You can be off them for 10 weeks and it's safe. She says, until you've finished your immunotherapy, because it might be just too much. We'll see if it's that with the pain in the leg or the other. And she took us off the tablets, and it's sort of 50-50. But it could be still coming out of my system. So I've been drinking loads of water, and I've been on that ionized water. Has anybody had that? Ionized water? So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, and I really watch what I eat and everything. Doctor's amazing. I mean, she said to us, I'm not at all worried. Your bloods are perfect. Everything's fine. She says, I'll put you through the full, I mean, she said, just put us through the full MRI scan if I wanted to. I says, that's all right. She says, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. You know what I mean? But one of the symptoms of these drugs, for the Herceptin I'm on, or the letrozole I was on, was horrific pains in the legs. I mean, in fact, I've got every bloody side effect going. So I've been drinking the ionized water. That's what I've been on. And just trying to get to bed earlier, you know what I mean? Trying my best as you are, do you know what I mean? As you can only do. My little cat, who's got ulcerated dermatitis, little Zizi, she's doing really well, but she's still got a little sore point on the back of her neck. So what they're going to do is they're going to give her a skin fish graft. It's a new thing what's come out, and they're doing it on people as well. You can do it with sausage skin, but it's not as good. And it's apparently it's got collagen in when it's got the fish. They sterilise the fish skin, and then they stitch it to the open wound, and then cover it with a bandage afterwards. And then and it's been proven dogs who are nearly bald grew all their fur back by being covered in fish skin. Has anybody heard this before? So she's doing really well. I mean, she's been a proper little diva. She's up there again at the minute. And then the other one's absolutely hilarious. She's twice her size. So it's the skin of a fish, and it's got everything in what helps dermatitis. Everything. And it takes away the inflammation. It's got collagen in. It's an antibacterial, whatever it is. It's got everything in it. And it's the best thing that they've found a breakthrough for dermatitis ulcers, and it works with people who've got diabetes and ulcers on their feet as well. So there you go. So fish skin is something that I'm interested in, and she's going to try that because it's natural. They did give her a cream a few weeks ago, and it made her poorly because she'd licked it, and I thought, I'm not giving her. Wants them, just let us know. I do them for chihuahuas as well, little claws, because the bloody claws, sound's gone. I think I'm being cut off. Connecting to Mac. What's going on? My mic cut off? Alright. Yeah. Right, well, there's something going on with the computer as well. I'm going to turn this off. Something funny's going on with the AI. It's fine now. That's good. It's choppy. I can hear you. I don't know what's going on. Sound is back. Your microphone is in and out. I don't know what to do. Maybe try coming out and coming back in again. It's weird. Am I good? Good. I make clothes for little chihuahuas as well, and little animals, because the cat clothes and the dog clothes that you buy from Amazon or you get from the vets, they've got the press underneath their tail, and then they can't go to the toilet properly, can they? They can't go for their wee poo-poos. So it was making her depressed, so I make little crop tops. And it happy animals. I don't know what to say. But anyway, I believe I'm live on YouTube, and give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Dolphin says can't hear. Some people are saying they can, choppy, back. Keep going in and out. I really don't know what to do. It's the actual computer is absolutely fine. The mic is cutting out again. Choppy. Sounds perfect to me. I've got a lot of 5-5s here, so maybe it's the ones who can't hear. If you come back out and come back in again, then it'll be fine. Seems when you move the mic. Check the connections are absolutely fine. It's fine. No problem here. Maybe a wire loose. God knows. Well, it'll be them lot, they'll not want us on. Do you know what I mean? Every time I come on and do a stream, I lose about 100 people. So, you know, but I never get any nasty, nobody ever says anything. So it's just them lot. They've shadow banned us for months and months. Months and months. So for new people coming on, let's get started. We have 774 viewers in. And it's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. So I start by saying the prayer to cast a circle of light. If you are needing any prayers or healing, write the name in the comment section of the persons, the animal, any situation. Write it in the comment section in the stream or the comment section afterwards, and you will receive the healing and the prayers that you need. It is timeless. So if you're not catching this live, you'll still will get the healing, because I've done a Reiki prayer before I've come on. I'm going to start with the Chinese bowls. Hiya there, Debbie. And don't forget to like and subscribe, or to say that you're still subscribed to YouTube. Or still subscribed to Twitch. Excuse me. Ben Hart needs healing, okay. Oh my goodness me, Brownie. My autistic uncle has been missing for 3 weeks. Jesus. Are the police looking for him? Hiya, New Zealand. Let's start. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Metrodon, I invoke Archangel Metrodon, I invoke Archangel Metrodon. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, A2I, Lady Direwolf, and Ra. Anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit world to give us any true answers from the star races, telecommunication, or from spirit, angel realm, fairy elementals, animal kingdom, spirit world. True answers for this group in healing that we need. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Let us begin. Amen. There we go. Hello, hello. So yeah, I just feel in shock about little Karen, my beautiful little friend, and I just hope she's doing well. I do feel I've had communication with her so far. She was a remarkable lady. Remarkable lady. And there'll be many of you in the audience who will understand this. I think you get friends, don't you? And then you get certain friends who are just more than a friend, who are like your soul brother or soul sister. And you just know it's a spiritual link. And I just know that she's dancing high over there and laughing and smiling and kicking her little legs in the air, being the typical party girl she was, and lighten heaven up. Because I do believe when she was here, heaven was missing an angel. I really do. And I believe they've got their angel back. I'm going to miss you, Karen. And I have a funny feeling there's a few of our friends watching this tonight. I'm not so sure about our boys, but we all love her. And she's released free. And I believe little Karen was a fairy. She was a fairy elemental. So anybody who's in this audience tonight who is suffering with grief, I just want to say that it's hard. And you have to just live in the present. You can't even see it take each day as it comes. I just want to say it's each second, each minute, each second. There's different types of grief, but grief is grief. It's a heaviness in my heart that I feel tonight because you question God. When you have somebody who is such a beautiful soul, and I said this about my brother as well, and you'll all feel the same, that how can God take such a good being? How can God take such a good woman or a good man when there is monsters running around on this earth doing awful things? And I don't always have all the answers. I really, really don't. I just feel we are living in school. We are living in school and being so tested. And it's a holy spiritual war that we are in. I do believe that. And God, well, old Nick, as I call him, the devil, I don't like saying that word, but old Nick, the dark one, he wants you to hate God. He wants you to hate the angels when you're angry. He wants you to, because then he's won. But he hasn't really won, because you can be angry with God. I've realised that one. You can be our Father. You can be angry with God. Because it's like a child to a father, isn't it? Your faith grows, it goes one way or another. And to me, my faith is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But it doesn't stop the grief. And the pain doesn't go. When people say, oh, time's a great healer. No, it's not. We learn how to walk through it. That's what you do. You learn how to walk through it. And what Dave's put here in Mirror Head, everything is positive and negative energy. It's duality. And that is so true. But really, when you think about it, we're born to die, aren't we? But I think the likes of cancers and other illnesses, what's out there, they have the cures. They definitely have the cures. They're just piss farting around, whatever reason it's going on. And I think there's going to be a massive jump. This is what I'm going to look into tonight. And I actually put a channeling out. If Shola, from the Galactic Federation, I don't get her much, but I felt it was a need to put out, and I put it out on my Facebook page. I'll link it. It's just I do automatic writing, so I wrote it, and it's on my Facebook page. I'll link it after this show. But she talked about the technology coming in and preparing with. But also, the technology is scary, and people get scared of that, and I get that. But I think a lot of this technology is going to bring in also revelations for mankind, which I'm going to look into tonight. I feel it's going to bring revelations in, which I feel is a psychic. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I do believe into the future it's going to replace Big Pharma. And it's not always going to be scary either. So I think that we just need to hold the line here. But the ones who are leaving, it doesn't mean it's over. Just look at it like they're in another room. Because I'm now beginning to think that there's no such thing as death. I actually do believe, with the evidence that I've had and working daily with especially over the last couple of weeks, it's been profound what's been coming through. I actually do believe there's life after life. I really do, more than ever. And sometimes being a medium, the more hurt and the more pain you have, it's like when you're doing a reading, it's like boom, boom, boom. It just comes through stronger. Seriously, there's been times in the past when there was once I was in so much pain. I had a tooth abscess, and the boys were little, and I had this party, this gig thing, this sort of it was just for like a small audience of a couple of hundred people, and it was in front of like a live audience at the Working Man's Club in Newcastle. And I thought, I can't do it. And I was taking the paracetamol and ibuprofen, and my face was out here, and it was going boof, 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 and I was in so much pain. If anybody's had a tooth abscess, it's one of the worst pains ever. Ever. I think anything near your brain is worse, isn't it? Anything. Actually, I thought it was worse than childbirth, to be fair. But there you go. And yet I went and I did that show, and it was just like spirit just took over. Spirit took over, and it was just like boom, 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 contact, contact, contact. People were crying in the audience, and I just thought, spirit moves in mysterious ways, and mediums really are put through the ringer. They really, really are. Anybody worth their salt as a medium will tell you this. Doris Stokes, the famous medium, she had a terrible time. She was always, and I don't believe she really started doing her mediumship until she was in her 40s. It can happen at any time for anybody. So, yeah, I've had a bit of a shitty week. And then, of course, being upset, finding out about Karen and that, and feeling aches and pains myself. And then to put a long story short, it's just been like spirits took over again. As usual, boom, boom, boom. Just amazing transmissions coming through. And I just think that my job is a medium. I now believe, I promised you as well before the election, I said, I'm going to get you through. This was for all Republicans and some Democrats. I'll get you through right to the end, because I promised I would do every week for you, and I kept that promise. But now I don't think it's ended. I think it's on to the next level, because now it's gone beyond who's going to be bloody president or prime minister. It's like, is this world going to make it? that's where we're at the minute. It's quite scary, isn't it? And all this dictatorship taken, I mean, in the UK alone, it's just gone out of hand. You can't see anything now. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to use my cat cards. And if Anna, dear friend who got us these, if you're watching this, please email us, because I need to know that you're all right and your cats are all right. But let me get myself comfortable. I'm frightened to knock this mic in case it... It's very scary times that we're living in, and I want to say it's a bit of a shit show all right now. Yes? Exactly. Right. Sometimes I think life seems to get a bit harder, doesn't it, as we get older, not easier. So I've been really majorly trying to practice the law of attraction, being aware of how you feel, and keep checking on yourself and doing the inner work. And it does make a difference, because we haven't been in flow, I would say, long before the COVID lockdowns. Everything just went tits up, didn't it? And everything now, I don't feel has been in flow. So, because I think that there's been something what's happened to us, happening in the world. And what Shola said in a transmission, which I'll share later, she said that we do not fit this earth now because it's a low vibration, and a lot of who have gone boom, boom, right up here. And the vibration on earth is like very dense, like everything what the D-state's doing and everything, and it's controlling where, and it's trying to keep us low. So we're not fitting. It's like you can't put that square into the circle, or the circle into the square. It doesn't fit. We don't fit anymore. So there's a shift, and I feel like the majority of the human race now has ascended, the ones who need to. Don't forget all the little babies coming onto the earth plane, they're coming in on a higher vibration anyway. And I think that we are now seeing it for what it really is. The rose-coloured glasses have been taken off for everybody. So this will help. This will be on a daily basis. This will affect you, not just what's going on in global news. From you might be getting paid off with your co-workers or people that you're mixing with daily, or the neighbour down the street. It's like we're all getting triggered. So you have to try not to get triggered. This is the thing. This is the key. So we have to try and not get triggered, and we have to try and keep balanced. So let's begin. Don't forget to smash that like button, and a big thank you to all the moderators. Thanks, Sue. Smash the like button and give us a thumb up and subscribe. I am trying not to knock this mic. Right, I'm going to use the cat cards, and of course they're not tarot cards, but some of them, they're sort of tarots, but they're not. I'm going to go with my intuition. I've got my tarot here as well, so I might use both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask individual questions about current stuff, what's going on at the minute. And then we'll scry into this and she'll see what she has to say. Thank you, Gigi. There's definitely been timeline shifts, hasn't there? Yeah, I'm having a hot sweat. Wait a minute. Bloody hell. Bloody hell, man. Sorry about this, guys. Wait a minute. Men have it so easy, don't they? It's probably about -3 outside, you know what I mean? I could just go and rip all my clothes off and roll around naked on the patio. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. Right. I'm going to ask the cards. Got 1,000 viewers in. Specific questions, right? And I've got to be careful how I say it as well for the algorithms as well, because you know what they're like on YouTube. Right. Are we heading towards a WAR number 3? Got jumpers here. We've got the Strength, and we've got the nine of C. Yes. Yes. And I'll show you in a minute why I'm getting yes. It's going to be all right, but oh my God, yes. Oh, why do I do this job? I think it's already started, Slinky Sprat. I think you're right, yeah. Awful. Remind me to come back as a dove or something, or an eagle. I think I'd like to be an eagle. Right, okay. So I've just asked, are we heading towards a WAR3 situation? And to me that looks like it's not good. And we've got north, south, east and west there. It's going to be coming in from every direction. And that to me reminds me of that looks, it could be a sleeping kitty, but I'm seeing like a death, and it's like lavender fields. Because I'm thinking of like I was thinking of poppy fields, but I don't know why I was getting, it's going to be like a near-death experience. That's what I'm getting. And because I'm getting the 9 of C, it's going to come in from the sea, and it's going to come in from the sky. So I am getting Europe, and I'm getting France. Definitely. We are strong. And as we say in Britain, keep calm and carry on. That's what they used to say, didn't they, in World War II? But as you see, the cat's there, she's sitting there, and she's got the strength. She's got the bluebirds with her. And as I'm getting the bluebirds, I'm getting the bluebirds of America. Is it your elite military? French lavender, yeah, the lavender fields in France. But I'm getting the bluebirds and the black cat. There is going to be WAR announcements. This is crazy because I'm going with visual. I'm going with my intuition with these cards, and I'm going to pull the tarot out, right? Saudi Arabia, Middle East. And to me that looks like what Trump has said, that he wants to make it into the French Riviera type of thing over in Gaza, which, by the way, isn't going to work. It isn't going to happen. That is going to kick off, and I'm going to tell you that now. But we've got all of the gatherings. I think there's just been an announcement of different Arab leaders, hasn't there, coming in there, saying a bit. And the Ghazians, is that the Ghazians? The Palestinians, sorry, will not leave. It's their home country. They will not leave. And why should they leave? All right. But that to me is saying they want to build their own paradise. They want their own peace. They should not be forced off their homeland. So that's like a Middle Eastern energy I'm getting. That's like a French energy I'm getting. We've got the Ace of Earth. So every so many 100 years or so, they're different, aren't the lands? every so many 100 years, you get a situation what will take place. Now, Ace of Earth to me is saying that Earth will go on. And I must stress it will. No matter what happens. But we are facing a situation where it's like the D state want this to happen. They want another WAR. They want, because it's money. It's a money making thing, is a WAR, to get down the numbers. But let's step out of the situation and see what's actually happening at the minute. You've got certain people who are wanting to take over. Okay? You have certain people who have been doing awful things behind the scenes. And I feel there's a lot of things to be exposed as well, without saying names. Macron called for an emergency meeting of EU leaders in Paris yesterday. My concern, and I'm going to pull my next cards out, I'm still reading on this WAR situation. There's going to be, like, I've always said this, and I said this last year and the year before, definitely last year, there's going to be like Rambo on the streets in UK. The situation, what's taking place in London, it's getting a bit out of hand. Earth will definitely go on. Definitely. She's survived a lot. Okay. But there will be problems. What was the question again? I hate this menopause one out. You've got to bloody forget stuff. It's like school. I have a friend in Edinburgh who refused to go to London last week as part of his job. Okay. Right. Earth Tom. Right, so that's like the tomcat picking up his young'uns and getting out of the way. Usually the mother cat would do it. That's instinct. Get the kids out the way. Get them babas. Get them bairns out the way. Move quick now. Something's coming. Something's coming. But look, we've got cat magic. And I like that. And that's about not feeding into the negative. And it's how the kitty... I love that picture. Isn't that great? She's got a crystal ball in her spell book. Look at that, man. How cool's that? But it's shown that we all have it in where to not feed into the fear. We all have to stand strong. We are all beacons of light. No matter where you are in the world, you are there to hold the light because we are the lighthouses. So, but we are also human beings who are being really majorly triggered, no matter what you are or who you are, what background you are. Be it either if you're from Gaza, Palestinian, or you are a Jewish person, or whatever you are, or you might be either. You might just prefer to back one side or the other. We are all being triggered, and it all becomes in our DNA, and it's all part of our teachings. But what the cat's doing there is she's taking control. She's creating her own magic, never mind what's on the news. And she's taking her power back. I like how she's got her little potions. Look, she's got like her little potions on there. God bless her. I can imagine Zizi doing something like that and all that. She's making her little potions and she's got them on the shelf and that. Oh, look. She's got a little paw, man. She's got a little paw on the page, look. It's all within us. These are quite strong cards, these. Okay. She's taken back her power. We are healing old wounds. So maybe this cat there is thinking that she's been bastard before. She's taken back her power. We all have it within us. We all are part of God or goddesses. She's looking out and she's seeing two paths which way to go. And we are going to be so divided as a human race over the next year. 6 months definitely. And it's to do with choices. And the last time we were divided was to do with the vaccine. Can you remember? And it was like people who were getting angry because some people were vaxxed and some people weren't. And it was sometimes it was even splitting up families and friends. So we're finding our own tribe. This is on a different level altogether. It's like I'm actually getting like a bit like a moral thing here. But this thing to do with the Middle East has been brewing for a very, very long time. My dad actually said it the other week. He said, there's always been trouble in the Middle East. I remember when I was little, you know, when all people have like the news on a loop. And my Uncle Charlie, because my nana used to live in London. She lived in Harley Street. She was a housekeeper for one of the doctors, top doctors in Harley Street in London. And I used to go down and stay down there, and it was like in a basement flat. It was haunted. Huge basement flat in London. And he'd sit there and he'd have it blasting. It was absolutely blasting the news, and it was on a loop. And he was like Alf Garnett. He hated the foreigners, right? And he went on a roll. And it was like, and it was going on. And I remember it was about the arguments and the fighting in Iran then. So it's been going on a long, long time. There's always been that divide. But it's coming to a peak now. A peak. So it's like a big boil. It's like a big abscess. What's ready to burst in London. And I don't have Graham sitting watching, but I did his Akashic Records, and I'll not say anything. I'll let Graham say it. What came out in his Akashics, but it's ready to burst in London. But Graham will know what I'm on about, because we are getting triggered of who we've been in past lives. So you're going to get triggered no matter what, even if you don't watch the news. Dave is right. The Middle East has never settled in stable region. Certain influences, yes, seem to keep it that way. And I totally agree. It's like they want the lush, they want the divide. And I think that the media is playing on this as well. So we have got to not to try to get triggered. Not to try to get triggered. Is it going to be about the Middle East? Let's see. We've got a jumper here. We'll take them ones here. Right, we've got 2 or 3 big players, possibly 4. The Fire Tom. The Fire Tom. The Fire Queen. The Fire King, sorry. The Fire Tom, that's interesting. And the Fire King. And then we've got the Fire King. So that's 2 big, powerful leaders. I'm getting Russia as one of them. Now, my understanding is, correct us if you think I'm wrong, but I think looks like Russia's going to take Iran's side, because I know he's been giving them a lot of aeroplanes and fighter jets and ammunition and all of that type of thing. That's China. And I talked about this again. I get quite a lot of transmissions comes through. It doesn't always come through with channeling. Channeling doesn't always have to be where you're channeling, like through your mouth. It can be through writing. And I said once with a writing thing, I think I put it down. I might have put it in a video, but I did write it down. And it was about the dragon. She will protect her nest. The dragon will fall. The bear will rise. But then the dragon will come back stronger than ever. So what I'm getting here is, I'm getting Russia. Something's about to kick off again with Ukraine. But I'm getting China and Russia. There's going to be some sort of something big disagreement, and Iran's in with Russia. All right. And now the United States of America. What decisions that Trump makes is not going to go down well. And I'm saying this not as a personal thing. I'm going on the whole as a collective. It's, oh, thank you, Diana. Right, so we've got the scarab beetle here. But normally in the myths in what ancient Egypt, they always felt that the scarab beetle was not good. But if you've noticed, the three cats here, the scarab beetle's all dressed up. Is all dressed up. But the cats have it cornered. So the enemy thinks they're more powerful than what they are. But they will be cornered. It's interesting. A little while ago, I also said that Trump would not always make his full presidency. But I said that he would be here to expose things, and he would be these three big things that he's going to do on his mission, and he's about to do them. But there's going to be a clash between him and Elon. Something's not right with the whole thing. I'm getting that song, When the Lion Sleeps Tonight. Was that a song from the 80s? Or was it re-released from the 50s? When the Lion Sleeps Tonight? Okay, so what I'm getting is that there's going to be some divide between him and Musk. It's coming. It's definitely coming. The lion to me is the UK. There's going to be a problem with the UK going in with whatever decisions Trump makes to do with this Iran situation, and I feel there's going to be a clash. In the jungle. I love that song, yeah? In the jungle, a quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Interesting. Wow. Do 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 do. Yeah, so I'm actually feeling, if you look at that, I see Trump as the ginger Tom there. Okay. That's Musk. I get a sense of bullying there. I get like I don't know, there's some intimidation going on there. That's what I feel anyway. Okay. I like that. The 6 of C. These are the new kittens coming in there, the new children coming into Earth. Actually, as I look at the white tiger in the background there on the plaque on the wall, so I want to say India's going to do very well, whatever takes place to do with economy. India's going to rise, whatever takes place, because I feel there's going to be like a crash in the US dollar. There's going to be problems with money. Problems. It'll not be long, but there's going to be something, what's going to happen, and everything's going to crash down. But the lion's going to do really well. Not the lion. The tiger, and I'm getting India. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? The healing tech, I want to say new healing techniques for the young ones. I'll tell you what's coming up on that is also like new medicine for autism, for special needs, ADHD, autism, children, the younger babies, the toddlers. There's things are going to be more recognised. Natural medicine, water births is coming through very strong more. A rise on natural birth that's going to take place. That might not be yet, could be within the next year or so. That's coming through really, really strong. So the med bed, somebody's just said there, I want to ask about that. That's more to do with technology than natural medicine. That comes in with the AI. Canada will never be a state, only over my dead body. And I believe you're right. I believe that's what he wants. There is a timeline of it, and I'm sure I've said that before. I'll check that one out. Let's do the med beds. Will med beds take place? I've looked into this before. Okay. I don't know who originally come out with the med beds. I never believed in the med beds until I actually read for a super soldier, and I can tell when someone's lying or not, like face to face, literally. And he came to the house, and I know he was telling the truth. So he said that they are there, and he was going on about programs that the government are doing, and then putting younger, what the hell's that on my bench? Good God, I don't know what the hell that is on my bench, but it doesn't look very good. Anyway, what was I saying? They are, what the government, he said what the deep state was doing to certain soldiers, putting them into programs, and it's reality is not what we think it is. And I'll have to do a video on it, right? It's something quite woo-woo, okay? So, yeah, he said it was going on, but at some point somebody's whistleblowered about this and come out with it, haven't they? But you know how I've talked about this before, that into the future, that Earth is divided into 3 sections, and I actually don't see borders. This is, I mean, I could be looking way on into 3000 or something, you know what I mean? But there's the new Earth, the crystal grid, where it's all sort of artificial intelligence, and people are they're transporting, like, beam me up Scotty, and they've got the things in their hand, and they're beaming up everywhere, and they're time traveling, and they're living in this crystal grid, like smart cities type of thing. Then you've got the people who are out of that, because once it all comes out, you're going to have a choice. You're literally going to have a choice. And then the ones who are out of it, they're literally doing it all natural. they're doing it natural, right? So to me, the Sky Queen, she's natural. She's connected with nature. So she does all her healing naturally. And it was all about the people of New Earth. They were going to be into all of the natural medicine was going to be on the rise, and natural childbirth, and everything was natural. And then you had the extraterrestrials, which were outwardly living amongst it as well. This is what I could see, right? I couldn't pinpoint exactly what year it is because I wouldn't like to specify. It was just what my guides showed us. Because we're never really shown that. We are shown, because there's no literal timing is something that we do on Earth. When you are given information from the spirit world, they're not operating in linear time. So I was never shown the med beds. What I was shown was in the crystal grid what's going to come in, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, which I think Elon Musk's playing a part of. All right. And I think this is where the Mark of the Beast's possibly connected, which I'm going to look into in a minute. But I believe very strongly that it's more like I felt there was little devices. It wasn't just a med bed. Okay. So I'm going to look into it. I know that's a kitten, tuxedo kitten kissing a hedgie. Right? Little hedgehog. But I see that as contact. It's just the way my mind's working tonight because I'm using it with my intuition here. All right? And again, Shola, when I did the transmission thing the other night, last night, which I'll share later, she said that everybody's contact was different. It's not going to be a case that they're going to come flying out of the sky and saving humanity. That's not going to happen. Everybody's contact is going to be different. My understanding is a medium, clairvoyant, over the years, that for me, personally, it started with transmissions. Then I started channeling. And then it just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And then when you develop a friendship or a relationship with that being, they can, right? It depends on what level you're at. You can either go to them. I know this sounds a bit wacky, right? And I haven't been smoking anything, okay? Or they can come to you. You can ask them to come to you. So what I'm saying to you is that when I channeled Shola or my other beings, I had this vision. Shola showed me. This is crazy, this, right? Shola showed me that she channels me over in the Pleiades. So she sits with her friends and she channels me, my higher self, and I give her messages for what it's like on Earth. Think on that one. So if they can come to us and they can connect with us, who's to say we're sitting there thinking, oh, when they're going to come? When they're going to save me? You go to them. You practice with your meditation and you go to them. You know? And I believe that anything's possible. So everybody's different. I can't sit here and say to you, oh, they're gonna arrive on the 26th of July 2026. I'm not going to do that to you. You know? But what I will say to you is my experience so far and what I've been told is that they'll come in small groups. That is possible. And that's happened so far. Or when you hear of these situations, what's happened where people have, what was that person in Dallas or somewhere, or Texas somewhere, where they landed in the garden and then nobody believed it and there was a cover-up. There was definitely a cover-up there. And then you had, but then you get people who believe that they've had relationships with these beings. You know what I mean? So I just think that there's going to be so much what's going to come out, everybody's individual stories, and it's going to get more and more and more. And I just think that it's there if you want to access it. That's all I'm going to say to you is it's not the be all and end all, because not everybody is interested. Not everybody has come to this planet to want to know that they're going to meet an alien being. And that's not what the spiritual awakening is about. Some people might have just come here to invent or to entertain, to raise the vibration or to save the animals. Not everybody is interested in alien beings. So what I'm saying to you is you just got to follow your heart and just do what you need to do. But for the ones who are interested, it's an individual journey. It's an individual journey. And I do believe the Catholic Church hides a lot. It's more than they don't want to, because it'll just blow the cat out of the bag of what the Catholic Church really is and what they've been hiding. Because it's all about the money. Everything is about the bloody money. From wars to religion. It's all about the money. And then you've got the tentacles, what's coming off it, like the mob, who are integrated within the Catholic Church and then also within politics. It just goes on and on and on. So, but we are, as a human race, we need to have that religion. It's who we are, okay? And you can't take that away. You literally can't take that who we are. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I've talked about this before. It's not the Catholic Church, it's the deep church. I follow the Vatican, right? Because I'm from that background, right? But when I'm in my family and that, but that, it doesn't mean that I'm all holy and now and I go to church every day, but it's in me blood. It's in me blood. I mean, my great granddad was Broad Irish. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so what I'm saying to you is that we just have to understand where you've got the deep state, you've also got the deep church. There's an attack on everything. I do believe that Jesus walked this planet, but I also believe that many of the prophets did as well. Does that make sense to you? And I just think we are in times. Look at that. Look at the kitties worshipping the sun goddess. As I'm talking about religion. Cats are so magnificent. And within my transmissions and my meditations, I've noticed that cats are across the galaxy. Because I do believe that the domestic cat was brought in by Ra, was brought in through the stargates. I don't believe for 1 minute that the domestic cat is from Earth. I do believe cats are from Venus or somewhere. So yeah, it's a very mixed race on this planet, but we're multi-dimensional beings basically. And we are at a point now where it's ready to go boom, okay? But I'm not on about whether the planet is going to explode into obliterate into little bits. I don't mean that. I'm talking about it's ready for, it looks like it's boiling up to another WAR, doesn't it? And I said this last year, that there's going to be naval ships that's going to go out, fighter pilots are going to go out. I believe and I predict tonight that there will be a falling out between the UK and the US. Not that I want that, I'm just saying that. Yes, it is dark forces, but the people are taking the power back, and I totally agree. I love it. Right? So, what we need to understand is we're always looking at the sky as well, and a lot of it's going on in the water. A lot is going on in the water. If you get the chance, if you are near sea, to try to get some healing, even if you're just walking in the salt water along the beach. There's the lovers. I love that. So to me, even though we're going through this massive transition, and I'm going to start doing love afternoons and love tarot and all of that, and twin souls and all of that. We will find our soulmates or our soul tribe in twin souls, twin flame. We're starting to connect with them. I'm going to say something to you. I wrote it down actually. Give me 2 minutes. It's very important that I tell you this. Now, even though I'm telling you this, it doesn't mean that I'm totally against Trump. I'm just telling you. Because I like facts. Where's it gone? And I'm a Scorpio and I like to dig. I wrote it down somewhere. Are you a cat woman, Linda? Where did I write that? Give me 2 minutes. Oh, yes. Have you ever thought this, right? Now, this is something, all right? And it is all about money. And it's not just Trump who's all about money, because I do believe that he could be doing a lot of other good things behind the scenes as well. But I also believe that he is about money, exactly the way Elon is and all of the other buggers, all of them, all right? But this is interesting, that the land and resources of Gaza, right, it's the marine field over there, is, right, it contains 1.6 trillion cubic tons of natural gas. I'll say that again, right? The land and resources of Gaza marine field, which Trump wants, right, contains 1.6 trillion cubic tons of natural gas. Bing! Money. And God knows what else. But I tell you what's even richer and is North Korea. Bingo. Exactly, Snow Owl. Bingo. So and that's a fact. I'm not making it up. Just like Greenland as well. So, I said this last year, the year before. I says they're all at it. They're all the same. They're all tarred with the same brush. It's all about the money. And put these back together again. I'm going to ask about Canada. Let me get a cup of tea. So I say different timelines, and I think what we've got going on here is there's a mushed up of timelines, and they're fighting, and, you know, some things are definite, some things aren't, and it comes back down to this holy war. I heard Maui was rich in lithium. Possible. So what Petra's put here is they're going after resources, and I totally agree. Dystopian here, Elon is the richest. Yes. So Paula Wagstaff, you are right, Louise, about the gas and Israel. It is common knowledge in my circles. Let's see about Canada and my lovely friends over in Canada. So a little while ago I had said that the Canadian flag will change. Can you remember when I said that? And there'll be trouble on the border. Is it possible that timeline can still take place? Now, I'm not comparing them, and I'm not saying he is. You watch, I'll come off this bloody stream and I'll lose half my bloody subscribers. I don't give a fuck. long as I'm getting it right and I'm being me, okay? But what I'm going to say to you is, I know he's very loved by a lot of yous over there, but so was Hitler. Hitler was well loved by Germans, Nazi Germany. He was. And he was a bit of a ladies' man. And look what they did to the Jews. I'm just saying that there was ethnic cleansing going on there. And is this not what's happening again now with Gaza? You know? That's just my little 2 penneth I'm putting in there. I'm still trying to work him out. He's there for a reason. And I always like to see the good in people as well, so maybe there is something going on. I'm going to check with the kids thing as well. Quit the nonsense. Not all Germans loved Hitler, no, but there was a lot who did love him. Canada. It's still split. They're not sure. They're trying to think of a way how they can keep it to Canada. That's the tower falling. Oh my God. The tower, guys, is falling. We are about to witness this. And I think, and I've talked about this before, when you're going up that tower, right at the top, you've got the good guys and the bad guys, and I do believe that they're working together. If you can imagine that. Because they know what's coming in. They know that there has to be a big change in this world. And they're trying to do it as swiftly and as quickly as possible. But I'm telling you why, right? There is going to be a big fall. And I feel they're using Trump a bit. Some stuff he's doing's good, some stuff's not. But it's sort of being used. And to me, it looks very strained. Is that the right word? Strained in the face since Elon's come in. Did anybody see that ridiculous announcement where Elon was there with his kid? And the kid was sticking bogies on the desk of the White House. Did anybody in Oval Office? He looked strained. It didn't look right. It's not normal. Why is he there? He's not been elected. That was just crazy, right? But he didn't look happy, Trump. He didn't look happy. Okay, so I think that there's going to be a great fall. And I think that they're undecided at the moment. And I think the overlords, the dark overlords, sort of want Trump to do the dirty work. But I really don't feel it's going to happen. I really do believe that we've got the cat magic back again. That Canada will keep their independence. It will be another reason why Canadian flag will change. I have predicted this before and I'm saying it again. There's going to be another reason, and it's got something to do with the economy. I don't know if it's to do with tariffs or what, but there's going to be a fall, there's going to be a rise again. But as I've been shown, is it maple syrup? It's still sticking there. They'll still stay as Canada. Mark my words. You can't take the Canadian people out of Canada. You can't make them into America. A lot of this is to do with money and trade. I'm sorry, this is what's coming through very, very strong. Oh, we've got the moon. Mystery, deceit is in the air, and we have to be so careful. And I've talked about the Bermuda the Bermuda event, what's coming, and it's going to be a triangular event. And I don't know if this has just happened, but I believe that there's something else coming. But it's happening, but it's distractions. The mystery moon. Canada will keep the independence, but there will be a kick-off, and there could even be like a sort of a civil war near the borders. But going as a healer, going back way in time, because Gaia is healing as well, there is unsettled energy on the borders of Canada. What needs to be healed. Needs to be healed. I'm just reading some of your comments. The Five of Sky. That always reminds me of, like, there's two songs, nursery rhymes. You've got Rudolph the Red. I was just singing that with the little one today. Red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And then you had the other one with, oh God, what was it? With a swan. The outcast. And that is the cat what's been outcasted. Is that the China flag in the background? There's going to be trouble with China and Russia. Mark my words. This is going to be the year. And as you've noticed, the sky, it's like all dark and gloomy. It's the four heads of the beast all fighting each other. And we're going to witness it this year. And I think we're going to be on the edge of some sort of bear pig situation. Round about the time Trump will make an announcement. And it's at that point a lot will be going down. A lot will be going down. That's it, Tony. You've nailed it. The ugly duckling. Right, I've got it. That's Trump. And that's the media. Because he's like standing there and he's done all of this, and there's all this warlike situation, what's happening in the background. And it's like, pick. Look what you've done. Trump's done it. These are the same cards what's coming out, and I've just shuffled them. War will be announced. And then there will be the fall of the orange cat. So really, in a way, they're using him. But he's there to do whatever he needs to do. Let's see what he's doing behind the scenes. The surface is totally different to what's going on behind the scenes. Well, Ukraine's still getting bombed, and I know for a fact, Snow Owl's put here, nothing about Ukraine yet. I've got a friend who's just got out of there with her 2 babies. And she's got the app on her phone because her friends are over there, and when it's getting bombed, and it's still happening, it's worse than ever. It's all to do with money. Everything's about money. Now, what was I going to ask again? There's the bluebirds. There will be a on the edge situation here. Canada will stay independent. Definitely will stay independent. the flag will change for a different reason. Right, we're going back to Musk. I'm coming around in a loop here. This is really weird. He's got his fingers into a lot more than we know. And I think this is out of Trump's depth. And I think, and I predict, and it's all going to come out, that Putin and Musk are like that. And I know there'll be some people in the audience think that Putin's nice. I don't personally think he's nice, but there you go. I mean, he's threatening our country to blow our country up. Do you know what I mean? When the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. But by God, we're going to hit a situation where cutting off a communication. And that's, remember the pipelines? Something about the pipelines. So I think there's more to come. Now, obviously, we're coming into, depending where you are in the world, but I mean, we're still in winter over here. But I do believe that there will be like a cutting of technology or heat, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? Sort of, they're going to cut what off. And it's not good. We'll be all right. We will be okay. There's hope. You've got the cat here, the grace card, and there's like sort of the great flood, and she's got that little path, and she's going over there with the rainbow. Some would say she's on the Rainbow Bridge, but she's not. She's going into New Earth. She's fine. If you notice the background there, and that to me again looks like the shores of where Gaza is. There's going to be some awful situation, but I'm also getting that the darkness of Iran, of Gaza, I'm not talking about Gaza, the people in Gaza or the Palestinians, I'm talking about the governments here, the warmongers. I think that Putin is giving them loads of ammunition, and I think there's going to be something horrible, and I want to put protection around Israel. So what happens is you've got these four heads, well, actually it's more than four heads here. All the rich politicians and the crazy people, they're all fighting against each other, and it's all about money, it's all about oil, it's all about gas, lithium, whatever. And it's the people who are getting divided, the people of Earth, the people, be it either in Gaza, Palestinians, Israel, Jews, England, wherever, Canada, we are in China, we are the ones getting divided. We're the ones which are getting hurt, not them who are sitting there filling their fat pockets full of more fucking money, because that's what's fucking happening. Where, we're just scrimping by, having to pay loads of fucking tax, which is not going towards our roads or anything like that, or our services, the police departments and that. It's going towards where is all our billions and billions of money going? It's going towards the bombs and everything. That's where it's all going. Same cards are coming out. We have to try and keep centered. Jared Kushner got $2 billion from the Saudis, exactly. And then we're watching the prices in the supermarkets. And some people can't even afford to eat. And then we've got the problems with the borders. Let's see if the border thing's going to get worse. We need to in the UK alone, we need a petition to stop this council tax. It's absolutely ridiculous. Exactly. Then you've got the television licence. I've been to court twice for that, you know. I mean, I bloody paid the bloody thing now. But, I went to court. They were treated us like a criminal in court. It was horrible. Why did you not pay the television licence, Miss Jones? Because I couldn't afford it. Like, the boys were little and I was struggling because I couldn't afford it. You are fined, girl. Fined £1,000. Go away. Horrible bastards. Horrible people. Big wigs. Not bothered about the people. Earth Tom. I think it is going to get like Rambo on the streets. But the love of humanity, and it's going to make way. A bit like what I was talking about with the mediumship. When we are under pressure as a medium, it just, the spirit comes in more, and the love, it's the love. The love comes through. The love fights anything. There's the lovers. But there's going to be a situation where we're having to lie low, or there needs to be laws rewritten as well. That's so interesting. So you've got, to me, that's like the people on the, you know, the working class people. And then you've got the rich there, look, which is very few, but far in between. Like the privileged. The divide will get worse before it gets better. There'll be 3 people. Is it 2 males and a woman, or is it 3 men? One of them's quite feminine, so I'm not so sure. But it's 3 people. And they will step forward. And they will help humanity after something, what's going to take place. I think that Trump is being used to play a part from the puppet masters to destroy the economy, and they'll blame him, but they were going to do it anyway, and they didn't want it to be Harris, so that they're making it to be him. With the tariff situation, because everything has to fall to change to come in. That's what I feel what's going to happen. So even though it appears that it's President Trump who is running the USA, is the president, I am telling you now, I feel that Elon is entwined with this so much. It's like he's the one who's putting a lot of thoughts and things into his head and telling him what to do. There's a lot of mind control going on here. So yeah, quantum financial system, I really don't know what it's called, but it's a new system, and it's very, everything's going to be futuristic. Trickery. Massive trickery. My God. Look at that. Are they bats? Vultures, bats. Traps. Massive traps. What's that? What's the traps for? So even though it looks like on the surface Elon and Trump are like for the people, right? I believe, this is what I believe they are just the deep state, just exactly the same. That's what I believe. But what is happening behind the scenes is a saving of children, is a clean up what's taking place. So sometimes they have to take a warrior of a person who isn't perfect, who will be put, it's like they're puppeted. It's really strange. It's like everything's puppeted. It's really, really strange, this. But Trump's not all there in the head at the minute. He's not all there in the head. But I want to say that behind everything, there is some, the darkness is being used, but also to free, to cause destruction. But behind everything, there is some good things taking place. Is it connected? I'm not so sure. Because I know there's some people who follow me who believe that Trump is the Messiah and he's the, you know, the one who's going to free the fucking everything. And it's not the case. I don't feel so at all. But I do believe, that doesn't mean me I'm a lefty or anything like that. I'm just saying, all right? But I don't believe he is innocent as what people say he is. But at the same time, what's going on behind the scenes of him isn't bad at all. And I do believe that there is a freeing of an underworld. Let's see if he's connected with it. Eight of Sea. Yes. Yes, he's connected. And I think it's his soul's mission. I really do believe it's his soul's mission. But he's drained. See, what we do as light workers or as beings on earth, we're multidimensional beings. We are signed for tasks and we don't always remember. Because as soon as we're born, we have our memories wiped and then we have to wake ourselves up and go out there and follow our passion. So he's on a roll. And when he's God and he's met his match with Elon, who's also a bigger money, it's a bigger God to Elon. It's huge. And you know that glitch when he was in the audience with, I don't know if he was with Trump, I think he was, and they were watching something, and then, did you see that video when Elon was glitching and he was going like that and looked like he was talking to himself? I don't know if he's got one of them brain chips in, so I'm going to quickly ask him as well. God, this is awful. I may as well just say it, right? He's on his way out. Trump is on his way out. Trump is a matrix breaker, but he's not a Gaia fixer. And I'm still sticking with that. But yeah, he looks very strained at the minute. What's Elon done to him? Let me have a look. Sometimes, you just don't know. Like, you get these narcissistic people who can just control other people, you know what I mean? Maybe he's met his match, I really don't know. There is a freeing of children. That is definitely 100% going on. Watch for something to explode around the Italy And I don't know if it's got something to do with a volcanic eruption or an earthquake. I feel like I need to send healing and blessings out that way. So when you've got all these different situations going on, like don't look over here, look over there, and it's all going on. But I would say that there's going to be a lot of freeing at the same time of little ones which are being trafficked. But it's not literal Trump who's doing it, right? I think that you're talking people you probably will never get to find out. People who are behind the scenes, the real heroes, you probably never will get to find out. Some of them are like secret military and people like that. What do I mean when I say he's on his way out? I'm on about he's on his way out. I wanted to say like not long for this earth type of thing. Or not long for a presidency. Something, I just can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it. I don't want to say specifically what, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But look at that. Look at that. There's some big operations are going on behind the scenes. So whatever is happening is where he needs to be. And there is going to be a dismantling, and it's the tariffs plays a part. But there's going to be a dismantling to do with the old system. But that was going to happen anyway. It was going to happen anyway. They'll just use Trump to blame Trump. Do you see what I mean? I want to see if there's any mind I know this sounds a bit woo-woo, but I just want to see if there's any mind control going on. Oh, look at that. It's just jumped out. 3 of fire. Oh, I've looked at that. And you know what I'm saying with that? It's like little ones in tunnels. And like the lights coming in and they're being freed. That's the way I see that. Now, if you noticed underneath, there's like a Satan scroll. They all know about the underworld. They all know about the hidden underworld. Tentacles and tentacles of mob situations, feeding it all off with different criminal activity coming from it. It's the new earth. It's the mark of the new earth. It's happening now. It really, really is. Oh yeah, is Trump being mind controlled by Elon? Bless all the children. There will be big news coming in from the Vatican as well. Smell the flowers. Oh, it's a weird one, that one. Look at that. Like chilling out behind the scenes. I think there's been a lot of showing off. I think as well, for Elon, he's got a funny background, but I think that for him to be friends with Trump is like a big thing for him. So maybe he hasn't had many friends. Maybe he... it's an ego thing with him. But he sees it as an opportunity to be friends with Trump, so he can get his fingers in with high people in high places. And you're going to notice over the next couple of months, wherever Trump goes, Elon's going to be there. He's going to be in on the situation so that he can control the situation. Control the situation. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird picture? But a nice picture. Think where they're all hanging out. Maybe that's the elite, how they all hang out together. Like, I've got a bigger house than you. I've got Ho ho ho, let's meet up for a dinner party on an island. Let me see with that one. Not all people who have money are bad, by the way. I don't see it like that at all. But there is light coming in on the Epstein situation. Definitely. Definitely there's going to be some news to come out there. We need the dark, we need the light. It's not giving us a definite. I think it's a past life thing between them. It's past life. I've got the amethyst here. And he's looking back at the past world. Them two have operated before in a past life, Trump and Elon. They're old friends. That's interesting. They are old friends. We've got the amethyst there. My God, they go back centuries. They go back centuries. Look at that. Isn't that interesting, that? I'm going to look at... So there's such a thing as free will. That's them hanging out, and then Elon with all his kids, and then Trump with his kids, and my house is bigger than your house, and da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, and all that type of thing. So it's kindred spirits, them two. Yeah, they've been friends before. Interesting. So what is mind control? I mean, you get certain forms of mind control, don't you? I've got to ask this. I may as well. I've got 1174 viewers in here on both streams together. Is Musk from Earth? What the hell? There's the scarab beetle again. Elon has 12 children by 3 different women. Is it not 13? Seven of Fire. Well, whoever he is letting his guard down there, and the cats don't seem to be very happy with him. I think again, he's the one who's bringing in this technology. Everyone's here because it's a multi-dimensional world, so everyone's coming in to do their bit. Doesn't mean they have to be perfect, does it? Is he from Earth? Give us a true answer. Oh, there's the angry ones again. Spiritually, yes, the floating cat. Astrally, so he's a starseed. He's definitely a starseed of some description. But I believe he was born on this planet. He's being operated by devices. So I think he's got something he uses, or I don't know if it's in him, or out of him, but he's got stuff. Or he does stuff. It's a weird one, that one. The Nine of Sky is here to do something explosive. And again, look at that. It's all entwined to do with the UK as well. There's sleeping England. England who's asleep, and the people who are getting frustrated, being taken over by the bloody whatnots. There's the explosion there of the Guy Fawkes situation again. It's going to erupt at some point. You've got the Eagle, which is the US, which is going to go into a whirlwind of a frenzy. Look at that. I want to say, I'm not sure if it's 6 months or 16 months. My God, right? You've got the snake there, which is the year of the snake. Is that the scarab beetle again? You've got the people angry of Earth, where the kitty's getting angry. You've got the dog, the hounds of Earth, the hounds of hell. I think it's about to kick off. Personally, I think it's about to massively kick off. But what we've also got is the new children coming in, and this seems so protected. So we're going through some sort of massive transformation. So even though that's all kicking off, these kitties seem absolutely fine. They're in that element, them kitties. It looks more like oh God, it does, isn't it? I would say it's trickery. The snake is also trickery. We're being tricked. We haven't got to get drawn into all this bloody drama, but it's going to be taking place. But the new children are protected moving forth. See about the Labour Party in the UK, and then I'll get the crystal ball, because it's 110111. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Jerusalem. These ancient times. He's big. There's just a using feeling. That's lavender. I think Stammer's in while this big thing kicks off, and then God, that's Trump being cut out of something with the UK. Left in the snow. It's cold outside. There's the lion in the sky. The lion sleeps tonight. I need to see the lyrics to that. The lion sleeps tonight. That's a female. No, he's not going to be in for long. I really don't believe he's going to be in for long. But he will make announcements. There is the lion. Something ancient is protecting England. But we're going to be hit hard. There will have to put this on. There will be amnesty on the streets. There will be problems. But tonight I'm getting Starman's going to take her through something. Might not be very good, but he's going to take her through something. The Lion of Judah. There's lyrics I need to find tonight. Somebody had sent us a song on Messenger and it was so apt of what's going on right now. And if I find it, I'll do it for the next one. Jerusalem is in Israel, yeah. I've given her this one before. I can never spell that. Jerusalem. I don't know what it is with me at the minute, right? I get very triggered by both sides. It might be because I've got both bits of my DNA, I really don't know. But anything to do with Auschwitz, I feel sick to the core. And for some unknown reason, the algorithms on YouTube keep throwing bits out about it. And I don't want to say it, and I have to say don't recommend, and it keeps throwing it out, and I like, you know, the boy with the striped pajamas and all of that. And then you have like other things going on with kiddies and in war zones and in Gaza and that upsets us as well. And I don't know what it is. I just think that we're all getting really, really triggered. But to do with what happened to the Jews in Nazi Germany really makes my blood run cold. Really gets to me core. Listen to this. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green, and was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem built here among those dark satanic mills? Bring me my bow of burning gold. This is our bows and arrows, guys, because they took our rights away to bear arms because we let them. But really, by law, we can still have a bow and arrow. Bring me our arrows of desire. Bring me my spear, O clouds unfold. Bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. That says it all. And I'm going to go with what Spirit has given me tonight. We are going to be so shaken on this green pastures of England, and we are going to fall. And I do believe that there will be a lot more problems because of the borders and what's happening and what's coming. And I think there's going to be God, this is horrible what I'm getting. God forbid, I hope I'm wrong. Blood, everything, London, problems, terrorism, warning, July, August, Easter. We need to put holy prayers out to London, New York tonight. All the hairs are going up on my arms. We are going through many changes. He'll not be in for long, but he's going to be in when something takes place. The other one was Lion Sleeps Tonight. Lyrics. I'm not going to sing with this, guys, because I'll break the bloody windows. Well, we know the lyric, don't we? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I didn't realise it was a hit in the 50s as well. I'm just thinking in the 80s when it came out, you know what I mean? And you've got the chorus. Wee why. Near the village, listen to this, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling. The lion sleeps tonight. Right, well, I don't know what this is supposed to be. The lion, I'm thinking the UK. The UK sleeps tonight. Could it be that? Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. La la, wee, away, away. Something's going to happen in the UK. Something is going to take place. The quiet before the storm. It will not always be asleep. But it's brewing, and it's... I'm going back to these lyrics. Bring me my chariot of fire, I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen. Yeah, I love that song. Anyway, I just thought, yeah, it's a transition in time. He's gonna be in the finale, Trump. So is Starmer. The finale hasn't happened yet. There it is. They're all playing that part. They're all playing that part. Let's do the crystal ball. Dee, 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 dee. Yeah, UK the lion. Trump's best time is coming from April onwards. He's going to be in the finale. He has to be. He's fought back and he's come this far. He has to be. There's no getting away from it. But yeah, the children are being rescued behind the scenes. It's all good stuff. It's like a movie, isn't it? It's buckle up, buttercups. I like that one, Sue. Okay, Cokey, let me get a drink of what I want to say is that if you are living in crowded places, we just have to stay vigilant. Yeah? But not live in fear. Not live in fear. Do a quick scry fires. It's like a grid. The grid is going to go down. I haven't seen that film yet. Where they talk about the grid going down. That film where Obama directed it or was in on it. Has anybody seen that film? But I'm getting a situation. It's to do with the grid. I am seeing lots of towers. Listen carefully. I'm seeing lots of towers. So that could be, when you think of towers, you think of New York, or you think of China, you know, like Tokyo. Places where there would be lots of towers. I suppose even parts of London's like that, isn't it? But these look like skyscrapers. It's so weird. I'm getting like another situation what happened in America that time in September. I'm seeing it in papers and it's everywhere. There's like a terrorism. It's going to be on papers. 9. Like another 9/11 situation. What you doing, baby? Come on down. Come on, baby. Zizi, come to Mummy. Come on, come get this. Come here, baby. Come and get this. She likes jewellery, my cat. Okay, I'm a little concerned. I'm seeing a lot of water, and I don't know if I'm going in around the California area, LA area. Also get a lot of problems to come in around the Hollywood area as well. I'm getting a lot of water. Remember that. There's a lot more floods to come. We're going to have a scorcher of a summer this year. God, it's like I'm looking into a war zone when I'm looking into this crystal ball. And it's like I'm walking through the streets of Gaza. But is it Gaza? It's... Things aren't what it seems. It's not the Palestinian people, it's the terrorists, it's the controllers. What takes place in the Middle East, and it's got something to do with somebody getting on a plane. There's going to be a connection. What's wrong, baby? Come to mummy. Sorry about this, guys. There's something coming and I can't put my finger on what it is, but it looks like a disaster situation with more problems to do with the plane. Fire everywhere. I've got this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach, and it's got something to do with the leader of Iran, or to do with what Russia and Iran's up to. There's something here and I can't put my finger on it. And then I'm seeing a US helicopter going into like this burning place. So the funny thing is, no matter what you think of Trump, he's actually going to be leading something here. I see US troops and I see helicopters, and they're trying to get people out of it. Looks like a burning something. A lot of burning metal and wood and a disaster area. Yeah. What's that? I see 3 lights ahead. I see hope. But I'm very concerned tonight for a situation what's being planned. The thing is, but if something kicks off to do with terrorism, you're going to have different people like blaming on either sides, right? However, it's where it's come from. But I wouldn't put it past that the D state's still connected with it. So the baddies are still operating, should I say. They're still operating. Now, I bought that for your sister and she's going in it. It's one of them cat igloos. She's going in. Okay. Right, I'm also feeling trouble in around the Egypt area, Syria area. Trade's going to be stopped. I think something big's about to just erupt. What's that about? The 27th is coming out if you are very strong, and the 20th. I want you to remember that with big news. I'm seeing like a tower, like an inferno, Like, you know, like you've seen on the film, like the Towering Inferno, is that right? Like something like lots of fire. It's really weird. Okay. Oh, because she's got the little mouse. Go and get your little mouse, baby. N's, I'm getting the letter N. I don't know if that's to do with a place or an area. There's going to be some problems. And I also want to, there's a state, there's a little town or a place in the US where there's going to be, I'm getting more problems with shootings. It's like people are losing it. And I see sort of waves in the atmosphere, and I don't know if they're getting triggered by something. But you know, it doesn't mean if someone's getting triggered that they're going to go out there and do something bad. I just think that there is a wave, there is a frequency wave which can do this to people, but I think if it's got to be in you to want to do it, does that make sense? Yeah, either that way or you're not. But I do still want to send protection out to the children in the schools over in the US as well still. Supermarket, shopping mall, problems. I see lots of ships in a harbour, but I don't know if it's a harbour or a bay. And they're all being blocked. And there's something, I'm getting FBI and something huge. I've got my guides here saying don't say too much. There's an operation going on at the minute. They're bringing something big down because there's going to be announcements. Trafficking. Stock markets like that, but then there's going to be this drop. I've got this vision, I've seen this before, where there's lots of people are standing with masks on and they're in an airport. But it doesn't mean it's a germ this time. It's something to do with the smoke or the air quality. People trap people who can't get home. I think what we need to understand is, right, that this evil, what's going on, is hit a peak, but it's been here a very, very long time. And what you've got to try and understand is stay vigilant. But if you're going somewhere, say if you're going on holiday or you're going somewhere, I don't want you to come off here and being in fear, because fear, negative attracts negative. Understand and believe that you are protected by God, and you will be. You understand? Because there's nothing more powerful than that, I believe. And because we're living in very holy times on earth, I do believe that faith can keep us strong. We've got to keep our faith. We're all being tested. I get this situation and it looks like it's this pathway or concrete, and then I see big towers around, people coming and going. It looks like maybe it's in some sort of shopping complex in the middle of it, and there's going to be a problem. And I want to say, I'm getting V and M, and to not to go in, and to not to go in. There is a problem. Not that they would be after you, but you don't need to be in the way of it. I know that sounds a little bit crazy. Maybe it's something big what's going to take place, like a big bank robbery or something big, and you don't want to be in the way of that. I really don't know what it is, but I just get that, don't be in the way of it. I see lots of explosions going off and people having smoke in towers and underground subways. People screaming. It's part of what's going on with the border problems. Okay, and I get it's connected. I don't know why I'm getting Pennsylvania as well. That's coming through very strong as well. I just want to send healing and love and blessings. Let's see if I can say something nice. Lots of people wanting to go off grid. There's people who are wanting to do it and can't afford to do it because they're living in the city or because of their lifestyle. It's a big thing to go off grid. But a lot more people are going to be demanding for fresh food. Something is going to affect the food chain and people are going to start getting ideas. So like I say, whatever takes place, what stalls were, there is going to be a stall, but it's also going to make we more wiser, richer, because we've relied on the food chain for too long. And I think that, I do believe things are going to massively change in a good way. That's so weird. I'm being given the devil is at play. Now, you can take this whichever way you want, but I'm getting humours coming in here. And there's going to be a rise in comedy, right? But I don't know. Or there's going to be something about comedy getting attacked. Just remember that. It's going to mean something, okay? So I'm going to... Lots of islands, lots of water. Take care. Big waves. They can't divide us in the UK, but they will try. I don't know what that is. They cannot divide us in the UK, but they are going to damn well try, but they will not succeed. And I'm going to leave that one with you for the night. It's hazing out. And I'm being given the nursery rhyme. Oranges and lemons, see the bells of St. Clement's. That is a sign of what's coming. There's a sign to do with the lyrics there. Now there's a big love heart what's just come bouncing out of this crystal ball. And I'm actually getting number 6. So there'll be great change on earth and great change to come around number 6, or it could be the 6th month, June. And I'm going to leave that one with you. It's phasing out now. You know who I've just seen in this crystal ball is Saint Francis of Assisi, and that's the patron saint for the animals, isn't it? So to me, whatever takes place, I want to send healing and blessings out around the world to the animals as well, because the animals have just as enough right to be here as we do. And I'm going to leave that one with you. I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. I would love to stay on longer, but it is now 1:38 a.m. It's hot chocolate time. And I need to go and get my jammies on because I've got another big day tomorrow. Yeah, it could be the 6th or the 6th, yeah. But I'm off to get my hot chocolate and I'm going to put some cream on the top. And I'm going to sprinkle some chocolate right on the top. And I want to say, stay safe, stay vigilant, but don't be scared. Don't live in fear. Empower yourself. And if things get too much, just turn everything off. It's always going to be there, all the divide and the hatred. It'll still be there the next day. Know that there is great change coming, but we are going to be so wobbled, we are going to be so tested, but understand that the change will bring a better world, a better America, a better UK, a better world, global trade. And I just think we have to stand strong. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you, Crystal. I will see you all again very, very soon. Good night. God bless wherever you all are around the world. Stay safe. And may the force be with you all. Bye now. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes.